What is going on, everyone? So I wanted to answer a lot of questions about Wildstar, and before I get into talking about the video, the question, and just answering a bunch of stuff about the game overall, I want to apologize because I have very bad allergies at the moment, and if I snuffle a little, or whatever you call it, if I do something like that, then I apologize beforehand, but it's kind of hard to not do it because my nose is very stuffy right now, and I might sound a little bit different, might sound a little sick, so I just want to apologize. But getting into the topic of the video, a lot of people want to know if Wildstar is the next big MMO, the next game that's going to do it for them, the next game that's going to kill WoW, all those types of questions that are relevant to is Wildstar going to be the next game on the market that's going to be worth paying for and playing the game all the way to 50 and on. Now, Wildstar, obviously it's opinion based a lot, but will it kill WoW? And a lot of people already can answer this question, and personally, no game can kill WoW, I believe, unless it's a game that Blizzard makes themselves. So if they were to make and bring out Titan eventually, I'm sure that would hugely hit the player base of World of Warcrafts, and they would probably wipe it out and continue on with Titan instead of WoW. We'll see, obviously. But I don't think Wildstar is doing anything ridiculous like all the MMOs that have come before it that's going to destroy WoW and get rid of all of its player base and make it disappear, free to play, whatever it is. Wildstar is doing something similar to what Rift was able to do when it came out. It was like that MMO that everyone, back in the day when everyone was trying to be different and do something that wasn't like the standard MMO that was like EverQuest or World of Warcraft. You had your Teras come out and the true action combat, and you had to aim where you were hitting and stuff like that. And a lot of MMOs were trying to do stuff different. Rift was able to keep it simple. I mean, it didn't really take off as well as they probably wanted it to, but it did alright, and now it's free to play. But Wildstar is doing what Rift did. They're able to build off on what the older MMOs were able to do very well, like World of Warcraft, EverQuest, Lineage, and all those other older MMOs. But they're also able to add their own spin onto certain things, and like the war plots, and a bunch of different things like housing. I'm sure a lot of other MMOs have housing now, but they have taken housing to a very large and cool extent that is really cool, and that's part of what I'm trying to explain is they're able to take what other people have done and expand onto it. And that's the great thing about Wildstar, and what Carbon Studios is doing is they're able to expand a lot on previous things that games have maybe not done to a very well done extent, really. And Wildstar is able to do that. But Wildstar is it's a good MMO. It's a solid MMO, and it's an MMO that I'm going to be playing for release and beyond, and hopefully getting to 50 as possibly as quick as I can, and playing it and having some fun. But if someone is a typical MMO casual player, and I have a couple of friends that are like this, and they don't really like to play MMOs anymore, maybe Wildstar isn't the perfect choice for you, because Wildstar, it has that action-y combat. So right there alone, if people don't like action combat, then that might turn them off from Wildstar. Maybe some of the classes, when a couple of my friends jumped into Wildstar and they tried their first class, they just really did not like the combat. They just didn't like how the game looked, which is kind of weird because they also played World of Warcraft, and the cartoony graphic style is similar, except Wildstar is a bit more cartoony and comical, I guess. But they were turned off very quickly, and they don't play too many MMOs, but they do play the big ones when they come out, and surprisingly they were turned off by Wildstar. So Wildstar it's gonna be, hopefully it's going to stay longer than a year and then go free to play, because they do have the option of where, you know, players in game can sell their item for gold, and then, you know, you buy it for the $15 or $30 or whatever it is, and then you're able to sell it in the game. So you pay $15. That's going to give you a month, but it's going to be an item, so then you can sell it for gold if you did not know that's how it works. But Wildstar, it can be something that's very, very big, and it can work if the community really comes together, because the community that I've seen so far, a lot of it has been good, but there's also the bottom where it's very, very bad. And when you go onto Twitch and you watch live streams, you watch YouTube videos, there are tons of comments just ripping on the game, you know, saying it's not optimized. First of all, it's a beta when people are commenting on this, so they're trying to get it more optimized, and there's a very large player base that's playing it at the time, so they're working on it. They're also ripping on it and haven't played the game, because a lot of the things that these people that are ripping the game for are things that they have not seen yet. They're saying these ridiculous comments when those things aren't even in the game, or it's something that doesn't actually happen, because they're just, you know, they're biased, and maybe they like to play Elder Scrolls or Tera or Ion or World of Warcraft or whatever other kind of MMO, and they don't want to see a new game come into the market and be bigger than their game. So that's the problem with the bottom half of the community that I see is going to, it might possibly tear the community apart, is the people that are going to rip on it. And this happens with every game, but with Wildstar being so large and being so built up before the game actually comes out, I see it a lot more now. And because YouTube and live streams are being pushed out further and further every year, there's more videos and more live streams, and everything is becoming more social. You know, you have that problem with a lot of people being corrupt almost in a way, but they're being evil, and they want to destroy these games because they don't want to see it come out in the market. But Wildstar, getting back to the point, Wildstar has this potential to be a very large MMO, and they are doing a lot of things that other games have done, but better, like I said in the beginning. So you have your arenas, your war plots, the typical battlegrounds, and your dungeons, and what Wildstar was able to do cool is a lot of the lore stuff that they put in the game, and it's just little tiny things that, you know, might grab someone's attention a little bit more and make them keep playing when you're adding the pass, and maybe you're doing a explorer and you like to explore, and you explore a canyon or something, and you get to the top of a mountain and you just think that's cool. That's something that Wildstar has, and there's a lot of little things that it has within the game that can grab your attention and hopefully keep you playing longer. So basically, with all that said, I do think Wildstar can succeed if they keep pushing out more content and keep doing what they're doing and solve all of the bugs that have been seen so far. I've seen a couple of them, try to report them, and if they can squash as many bugs as they possibly can before release, and they're able to run it smoothly on release with all the people that are logging in, then I think this game can last a very long time without, you know, transitioning to free to play. Because the problem with everyone seeing a game transition to free to play, they see that, oh, it failed, you know, the game's done, so they're not going to try it and not going to play it anymore. But that's the problem, you know, when they transition to free to play, if a game doesn't mean it's done. It's just, you know, they're doing it for the money side of it because they want to keep the game going. So I think Wildstar has a very high potential to do well in the market, and we'll see how that works out, you know, within a month from now, because the game is coming out in 2 weeks. So, you know, we'll see very soon. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, it always helps to leave a like, spread the word about my channel, and I want to know what you guys thought. Do you guys think Wildstar would become the next AAA MMO on the market that everyone wants to defeat, like World of Warcraft? Leave that in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.